Ellen Montanari and the Resistors. You are absolutely incredible. Chrissy and I will forever be grateful to you for what you've done for the last 2 years, and now we've got a lot of work to do in the years ahead, assuming everything goes well tonight. And can we please give a big round of applause to my wife, Chrissy? Anybody who knows our campaign knows that Chrissy's knocked more doors than just about anybody. And she's an absolutely extraordinary partner in this journey, and I'm so grateful to you for everything that you do. So thank you so much. We have a little bit more work to do, and we've got about 8 or 9 hours to go before the polls close. And here's what I know. 2 years ago, I thought we had everything locked up. I thought the election would be in the bag. And so those last 8 or 9 hours, I didn't do a whole lot. I sat around and I read the internet and I looked on Twitter and Facebook, and I thought we had the election won. And there are a lot of people right now who think that we're in pretty good shape for tonight. But I've got a message for all of you. We've got 8 or 9 hours, and I can't go back 2 years ago, but I can control what I do over the next 8 or 9 hours, and you can control what you do over the next 8 or 9 hours, which is why we've got to be relentless. We've got to go knock on every door. We've got to go make every call. We've got to engage with every voter, particularly young voters. Did you know that in 2016, between the ages of 18 and 35, there were 31 million eligible voters who stayed home? 31 million. And the result of that was Donald Trump, and Charlottesville, and Parkland, and Pulse, and ultimately Justice Brett Kavanaugh. That was the result of the inaction of those 31 million. So over the next, and the Tree of Life, absolutely. And over the next 8 or 9 hours, we can correct course. We can get our country back on track. We can begin to restore the promise of our democracy. But I need your help. Are you ready to help? I have been so extraordinarily grateful and honored by so many of you who have stood up over these last months, who have worked so incredibly hard to engage with your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors that you've never spoken with. And I'm also incredibly honored by the Republicans who are supporting our campaign, because there are Republicans. In fact, there was one who came up to me at this rally. I won't point him out, but he said, "I'm a Republican and I'm voting for you." Here, actually, he wants me to point him out. You can wave. That's all good. So, as I've traveled throughout this district, 197 house parties, meeting with thousands and thousands of people, what I have learned is that we're better than what we're seeing on television. We're better than this divisive rhetoric. We're better than the politics of fear, trying to divide on the basis of race or religion or country of origin or gender identity or sexual orientation. We know that what made America great in the first place was when we celebrate our diversity, not when we divide, when we respect and appreciate one another. And my opponent, Ms. Harkey, she likes to call all of us, she says we're the resist. That's what she says. We're the resist. Well, here's the deal. I resist injustice. I resist intolerance. I resist inequality. And I resist dishonesty. And there are more and more people of every political persuasion in the 49th District and throughout our great country who resist just the same that inequality, that injustice, that dishonesty, because we've never seen more dishonesty than we're seeing in Washington, D.C. And what will happen tonight is either going to be a validation of those sorts of tactics or a rejection of those sort of tactics. And for the good of our country, the good of our democracy, we've got to stand up and reject that dishonesty. We've got to stand up and reject that division and that injustice. And I know that we're ready to do it in the 49th District with your help. So there are a couple people here that I want to have raise their hands. One is our field director for the campaign, Kyle Crail Frolander, who's done an amazing job. The other is Tara Lawson-Reamer. Where did Tara go? Tara from Click the 49th has done an equally amazing job. Everybody here needs to go to one of them after this rally here today and sign up for 8 more hours of work. If we all do that, then we're going to have a big party down the street at the Del Mar Hilton, and I hope you all are there. But only after we do the work. Are you with me to do that? So here's what I want to do, finally. I want to introduce somebody who has been an extraordinary activist, who is one of the real leaders of the last 2 years, who has emerged not only as a great actress, and she's always been that, but somebody who truly has a voice on gun violence prevention, a voice on equal rights and women's rights, and standing up in the face of sexual assault and sexual harassment. Somebody who I am incredibly proud is here with us in the 49th, who I'm incredibly proud to have her support and her friendship. Please give a warm welcome to Alyssa Milano.